Nie ma nigdy giveaway, bo nie mają co rozdawać za bardzo. Zresztą były kiedyś giveawaye. Zanim panie się przybiłaś do mnie. O, tu jest... jakieś ten... okej. Zaraz się tutaj oskarżymy.
It is an issue born of titles and heir apparency and... Halam Shiral is having difficulty freeing trade routes formerly controlled by Duchess Florian.
O, Czegłowa.
Had she been tried, her assets would be forfeit and considerable bureaucracy avoided. So they ask that we judge her.
Are you serious? I did my part. She's dead.
That was the time allotted for rebuttal. Her crimes negated any claim to... Forgive me, there is an odor.
Prace społeczne!
I call for rehabilitation. The skull shall do public theatre about the evils of evil. I also judge the box. End table for orphans.
That's quite enough, Inquisitor. Point taken.
O mój Boże! Good one. Good one. Podoba mi się to. Jaka nowoczesna gra, jak panie? Czego, że się pan spodziewał? O mój Boże, no nie wierzę. Okej.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Al-Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was en masse, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
Czekaj, z którego roku jest właśnie ten Inkwizycja? Aż muszę sprawdzić, bo nie pamiętam. Dragon Age. Dragon Age jest z 2014 roku, tak swoją drogą. No i poczucie humoru jest zacne.
No one can say the evening wasn't memorable.
No, I should think not. I must confess, when Celine was killed, my first reaction wasn't sorrow. It was disappointment. How could the Empress of Orlais be taken in by the Duchess's plot?
Powerful or not, even an empress can't know everything.
No, evidently not. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
To było bardzo ekscytujące.
Playing the game was thrilling. We did just make history.
With Celine gone, I don't know if it will be for the better or the worse. Although I do wish Varric would show a bit more restraint in his accounts of the evening. I was hoping you'd be by.
Okay.
We've received letters from Archon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of
Nice.
Both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
Then the Inquisition's deeds have won their respect.
Dokładnie.
They'd never have contacted us otherwise. Archon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a venatory cult on the Nevaran-Tevinter border. King Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevara instead of Tevinter.
No co mówisz, Littlefoot, że giveaway w weekendzik, tak? Robimy? Polosujemy sobie jakieś kociki do gierek. Czy to wy sobie polosujecie? A te gierki są naprawdę różne od jakichś naprawdę indie, gdzie niegdzie chyba są jakieś AAA. AA chyba też są.
What course of action would you take if you were in my place?
Strained as their relationship with Orlais is, I would assist the Imperium. Their friendship is difficult to win, and Marcus is a fading power. To winter is the longer, richer gain.
What sort of man is the King of Navarra?
At this point, elderly. Many fear his health will soon fail him. Still, he is a Pentagast. Their dynasty is exceptionally strong in Navarra.
As a Pentagast, will Cassandra be
Oj,
upset
to chyba
with
musimy ich
her
tutaj wesprzeć.
relatives?
With all respect to Sigar Pentagast, her interest in politics is best described as thin.
Why is the ruler of Tevinter turning on the Venatori?
He has little reason to love them. Archon Redanus has rightly identified Corypheus as competition. Few monarchs relish a self-styled god showing up to claim their throne.
Tell me about Redanus.
Like most Tevinter rulers, he's heir to an ancient bloodline, politically shrewd, and a highly skilled mage. Rumor also claims he has an incredibly soft spot for cats.
O, okej. Miękkie, kurde, serduszko dla kotków. Dobra, dajcie mi sekundę jeszcze. Tu, tu. Tu, 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 tu. Tu, 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 tu. Tu, 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 tu. Pe, pa. Parara, pe, pe, pe. Dobra. Lecimy dalej. Pomóżmy Nevarze.
Inform King Marcus the Inquisition will wipe the Venatori from his borders.
Very well. It will be done.
Tak jest.
It's good to see you.
How do you stay so civil with
Nienaganne maniery, nie?
Josephine? Bonds of circumstance among the nobility are fickle. Civility is the only constant everyone admires. And I do deplore rudeness in those who know better.
Does it even become a strain sometimes?
Well, it can be tried. There is no shortage of self-regard among the nobility. The game can be wearying, discouraging, and extremely baneful. But honestly, I'd miss meeting people. I've made the most fascinating friends.
Okej.
One good thing about becoming Inquisitor has been meeting so many different people.
I'm pleased. I imagine we appear a strange bunch to those outside our circle. Mages, Templars, Seekers, and an apostate elf are not often found working in harmony. Or at all.
Jakieś wieści?
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its
No i
trust.
pięknie, o to chodziło. Jak nasi sojusznicy?
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
I was thinking of Varric.
Oh, I could listen to his tales for hours. He actually... It's excellent, but a bit different from his past works. Only 3 beheadings. Goodbye.
Dobra. Nie, już nic więcej nie ma, dobra. Dobra, czyli to jest to. Tu jest Warik, tu jest ta, ale tu gdzieś jeszcze był. Właśnie, a gdzie jest? Gdzie jest Kalen? Kalen, kanalio jedno, gdzie jesteś? Gdzieś był tutaj chyba, moim zdaniem. Musimy się spiąć. Kalen coś jeszcze może nam powiedzieć na 100%. No, zostawiam Kalen na bank. O, co to?
Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentagast.
O.
You asked for my opinion, and I've given it. Why would you expect it to change?
I expect you to keep your word. It's relentless. You can't...
You give yourself too little credit.
If I'm unable to fulfill what vows I kept, then nothing good has come of this. Would you rather save face than admit...
I się kłócą. Stare dobre małżeństwo.
Speak of this later.
And people say I'm stubborn. This is ridiculous. Cullen told you that he's no longer taking lyrium.
It seemed very important to him.
It's not a decision to be made lightly. But now, Cullen has asked that I recommend a replacement for him. I refused. It's not necessary. Besides, it would destroy him. He's come so far.
I told him this was a bad idea.
It seems he listened. Perhaps you're right. Mages have made their suffering known, but Templars never have. They are bound to the Order, mind and soul, with someone always holding their lyrium leash. Cullen has a chance to break that leash, to prove to himself, and anyone who would follow suit, that it's possible. He can do this. I knew that when we met in Kirkwall. Talk to him. Decide if now is the time.
Okej. Uwalniamy Kalena od Lyrium. To jest coś, czego chyba nie zrobiliśmy.
The spiderwebs help stop the bleeding, and they prevent wounds from
Dobra.
gather as many as you can. The strangest thing, though, I can't recall where I heard that. I think I heard
Wieści z Tedas.
a young man.
A young man, yeah. Dobra, Kalen, dawaj. O, para, pa, pa. Gadniemy sobie te wszystkie rozmówki, będziemy mieli z głowy to, nice. O!
Maker's breath. I didn't hear you enter. Forgive me.
Cullen, if you need to talk.
You don't have to. You were right. This was a mistake.
I'm not here to say I told you so.
You may as well. You asked what happened to Ferelden's Circle. It was taken over by abominations. The Templars, my friends, were slaughtered. I was tortured. They tried to break my mind, and I... How can you be the same person after that?
Prawda.
I wanted to serve. They sent me to Kirkwall. I trusted my Knight Commander, and for what? Her fear of mages ended in madness. Kirkwall's Circle fell. Innocent people died in the streets. Can't you see why I want nothing to do with that life?
Of course I can.
Don't. You should be questioning what I've done. I thought this would be better. That I would regain some control over my life, but these thoughts won't leave me. How many lives depend on our success? I swore myself to this cause. I will not give less to the Inquisition than I did to Chantry. I should be taking it. I should be taking it.
You give enough, Cullen. I'm not asking you for more. The Inquisition can be your chance to start over, if you want it to be.
I don't know if that's possible.
It is.
All right.
To jest walka z odwykiem. Aktualnie jest na detoksie.
I need a moment. Could we speak another time?
Oczywiście. Nice. Oczywiście, Kalenie. Możemy przełożyć to na następny czas. Tu jest jeszcze to. Ziziel?
Herald of Andraste,
Jak się mają lodza?
Tell me how our people are doing.
what would you like to know?
How are our forces at Skyhold doing?
Still in shock, for the most part. To see Haven destroyed so soon after the conclave. You saved many, but still lives were lost. And traveling through the wilderness did not make treating injuries easy.
Ziziel?
For all that, though, more people arrive every day. Some are refugees, but others want to help. Your Inquisition is growing. I pray you use it wisely.
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives. With the rift near Crestwood sealed, the villagers have begun rebuilding their homes and lives. The people in the hills of Emprise de Lyon are safe again, thanks to you.
Thank you.
They may even plant crops this season. More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
Ferrardan.
Farewell.
Ojej.
Make her go with you.
Inquisitor,
What is your evaluation of our supplies?
we are groaning with resources. A reflection of your competence and inspiration.
As you were.
Of course, Inquisitor.
Nice. Nice, nice. Ale Morrigan? To jest jej syn. Nice.
You're the Inquisitor. Mother never told me the Inquisitor was an elf.
The ears gave me away, didn't they?
No, your blood is very old. I saw it right away.
Kieran, are you bothering the Inquisitor?
Of course not. Did you see what's on her hand, Mother?
I did see. 'Tis time to return to your studies, little man.
Ładny stream ma ten Morrigan. Damn! Damn, boy!
My son. Never where you expect him to be, naturally.
I didn't know you had a son.
Why would you? I take great pains to not let my own reputation affect him in any way. To most in the Imperial Court, he's simply a quiet and well-spoken lad, perhaps the heir of some distant family. But he goes where I go. Worry not, Inquisitor. Kieran is a curious boy, but seldom troublesome.
Will his father be joining us as well?
I have raised Kieran on my own for quite some time now, as was my preference from the start. So 'tis but the two of us, Inquisitor. Your fortress is a large place, and you will scarce notice our presence.
He seems like a fine young man.
But not the sort one might expect a woman like me to raise. No son of mine would be raised in a marsh, bereft of contact with the outside world. His future will be difficult enough without my adding to his burden. To think, until recently, this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world.
Ładnie.
I wonder if it is pleased.
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
We were lucky to have found it when we did.
Fate is often mistaken for luck, as Mother is fond of saying. The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. 'Tis that he actually may.
Pytanie, czy Morrigan jest możliwa do wzięcia u nas w party? To mnie ciekawi. Nie, to by było zbyt piękne, kurde, nie? To by było zbyt piękne. Zbyt piękne po prostu. Właśnie.
My Lady Inquisitor.
Now that you've seen the Inquisition up close, what are your impressions?
'Tis remarkable what you have built. I will give you that. Leniana has built a network of spies beyond anything Thedas has seen. All this in precious little time, conjured from thin air through the power of fervor alone. I
Chyba, że jeszcze dojdzie.
suspected what he was enabling,
Ale zobaczymy.
just as I wonder what will become of all this once he is defeated.
Whatever happens, the Inquisition will survive.
Morrigan.
That alone is worthy of wonder. A new player on the stage, a figure of might and marvel. Beware the heights you reach, Inquisitor.
Czyli postać, która stoi obok mnie aktualnie.
Many will be eager to knock you back down.
Okay.
What work have you been doing to help us?
Currently, my efforts are focused on determining what Corypheus is and from where his power comes.
Nie no, jest w grze.
The elven orb he
Cały czas
carries
mnie
is
ogląda.
what draws my attention. I wonder if the power he used to tear open the Fade in fact came from the orb. Perhaps it is even the source of your anchor. If I learn of its origin, I may also learn what Corypheus now intends, as well as his weaknesses.
Okay.
I could use your company for my excursions outside Skyhold.
I have spent my share of time
Nie, niestety nie ma.
in the company of others, Inquisitor. Thank you for the invitation, but for now I will restrict my efforts to researching the arcane.
Do you know anything about his dragon?
It has the appearance of an archdemon. Of that, I am certain. A true archdemon, however, is supposedly the corrupted form of an old god. Has Corypheus actually dug up one of the ancient prisons? If so, why has a new blight not begun? His dragon is something else, something connected to his blighted nature as well as his magic. Beyond that, I cannot say.
Is it even possible that Corypheus could succeed?
The Black City exists. Wherever one goes in the Fade, it is visible in the sky. The last time Corypheus and his cohort stormed its doors, they unleashed the Blight upon the world. This time, perhaps he might indeed gain untold power, becoming something unto a god. It is also possible he could unleash something far worse than the Blights. So yes, Corypheus could succeed in his goal. If not, his attempt alone could destroy the world.
Corypheus says I'm a rival. Does that mean...
Could you become a god? That depends. Are you prepared to use your anchor to enter the Black City?
If the anchor would let me do that, absolutely.
Then Corypheus is correct. You are a rival.
However you can help, it's appreciated.
Continue prodding at Corypheus, Inquisitor. Elicit a reaction, and we may yet learn from it.
Thank you.
I'd like to know more about you.
Ah yes, whence comes the mystery woman slinking her way into the Inquisition's ranks? Once I was an apostate, living well away from the banal influence of the Chantry in the Kakari Wilds. Then came the Fifth Blight with its darkspawn, and I left Ferelden for the Empress's court. 'Tis certain the nobles of Orlais breathe a collective sigh of relief that I am now here.
Oh.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight.
The Blight began in the Kakari Wilds, so yes, I experienced it firsthand. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. She is the reason the Blight was defeated. I wish things had gone differently in the end. It had to be, yet. And after that, I came to Orlais. The last place one would look for me, or such was my hope.
The Orlesian court seems like an odd place to find someone like you.
That was the point, originally. I knew the Empress was intrigued by the arcane, and that I could answer questions no Chantry mage could. Thus, we fit together nicely. I became her advisor, and she my benefactor and source of refuge. The moment Celine perished, my time in court was done. I do not miss it overmuch.
Tell me more about your son.
He is a very special young man.
Special in what way?
Oto pradawny Bóg.
Way.
Reinkarnacja.
First, Kieran was a means to an end. But as he grew, I never thought of myself as a mother, Inquisitor. I had no good example to follow. I find myself becoming something I can barely recognize.
A więc jesteś apostatką.
It's odd that an apostate could live so openly.
It confuses those who expect apostates to cower and hide. I stand boldly before them and demand to know why I need some Chantry mage to teach me to control my power. They would put me on a leash so they can feel safer at night. I am uninterested in their comfort. Naturally, it helps to have friends in high places.
Okej.
I'll leave you to the garden.
As you like.
Pięknie. Dobra. Czyli mamy pogadane. Nice, 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 nice. Co to jest? A, to jest ten, dobra. Ajajajajajajaj, dobra. Możemy iść do stołu narad. Zobaczcie, co to jest. Ciekawego dla nas przygotowanego. Jakie kolejne misje i tak dalej. Rada wojenna. A latymy?